Hi there, so in this screencast I'm going to be showing you how to create an R package with a Rcpp interface and C++ code. So first thing I'm going to do in my Emacs, I'm going to be opening up a new R package folder. Well, actually, let me first start R in the R directory. I usually put all my R packages in the R directory in my home directory. Then I'm going to do Rcpp package skeleton. And what this function is for creating kind of a skeleton of R package with C++ code. So it's good to start out by using this. So let's use the same example that I used in previous screencasts, where we're coding the nearest neighbors algorithm in C++. And here let's call it NN Rcpp, so for nearest neighbors in Rcpp. And if we call that, what's that doing? It's creating a new directory under the current directory called NNRCPP, and it's adding some things such that are specific to RCPP, such as imports linking to use dynlib, etc. Right, so let's take a look in there. So NNRCPP looks like this now. We have description namespace r read and delete me, so let's read that. So it says put any C++ code, Fortran code in source, blah blah blah. So actually this is the same file from usual R, so I'm just going to delete this. It's not specific to RCPP. And so I'm going to now look in the source directory, because that's specific to source to RCPP. So here we have rcpp exports.cpp. If we look in there, it says it's generated by using rcpp compile attributes. Do not edit by hand. So this is a computer generated source code file that we should not edit. So let's stop looking at that. Let's look at this other file. So this is the example of a hello world in RCPP. So this is a function that we can use as kind of a template for making our own nearest neighbors function. So it starts out with this pound include rcpp.h using namespace rcpp. It has this special comment with this rcpp export tag, which the rcpp compile attributes function recognizes. This is called an rcpp attribute, and it tells it that this is a function that should be exported for use by users of this package in R. And so if we do that, let's just first install this package and see if it works, right? So here I'm going to go to the command line, going to the R folder. I'm going to do R command install NNRCPP, which is what we just created. And what this is doing now is it's using G++ to compile the RCPP exports file. It's going to also use G++ to compile the other file as well, the RCPP hello world file here. We get two object files. Then after that, it's going to be linking them together with this third G++ command and creating a shared object .so file right here, and then rcp.so, and then it's done and it has been successfully installed. So let's go to our interpreter again, and let's go to NNRCPP and see. Well, I did the completion, and it says that it's got only one thing to complete. This is the only thing that's provided in the package, rcpp hello world. And so let's just call that and see what happens. And so indeed, what it gives us back is this list with two elements foo bar in the first element, 0, 1 in the second element. And we can see that this corresponds directly to the source code that we were just looking at. Let's take a look again to, right, so it's in RCPP source, RCPP hello world, right? So you can see that this is a function that returns a list, and here it first is creating this character vector with two elements and creating a numeric vector with 2 elements, and it's returning this list with those 2 elements, those 2 vector elements. It's returning that list. And so that's exactly what we see when we call that function in R. So that's kind of the first thing that you should do to make sure that your system is up and running with RCPP. If that's working on your system, then that's good, and we can move on to the next screencast. Thanks for listening.